They can hold their breath longer than any other bird and swim to the very bottom and catch the big fish in the bottom of the water. We call them the best fishermen in the glades, the double-crested cormorant birds.
I'll be doing your alligator show for you today. Now, I do actually work with every single alligator that you're seeing here, and each of our alligators normally does about 1 or 2 shows a day. That way they can all take turns, don't get stressed or anything like that. Now, the largest alligator that we have in our enclosure, he is actually this big guy sitting in the water over here. So we'll come over and talk about him a little bit. Hi, big guy. So he is actually this big guy right here. So tip of his nose is right there, and tip of his tail goes way back over here. So he is actually over 10 feet long, weighs over 300 pounds, and he is jacked out of his mind. So I like to call him Arnold Schwarzenegger. Yeah. Then he is a very impressive alligator, but unfortunately I'm not using him for your show based on the simple fact of I can't really move him. He's kind of big, but he is a very impressive animal. That being that he is the largest alligator in here, he's also the dominant male in the enclosure until I walk through that door. There's a lot of bad jokes here. We gotta work with me, guys. Jokes are going downhill. So I can't use him for your show, so I am going to grab a hold of a different alligator. And like I said, we do rotate them all through, so I am looking for a particular individual. So I'm going to grab a hold of this guy sitting over here. We'll bring him up front so everyone's going to be able to see. Excuse me, sir. Thank you. Okay. Excuse me, big guy. All right. Okay.
Awkward silence. What you doing? Cleaning his teeth. He's cleaning his teeth. I don't know what he's doing. I don't know. Oh, he's opening his mouth.
You guys having fun yet? Yeah. I just see a lot of phones like, yeah, he's gonna die. So let's go ahead and open up these jaws. So if you look inside an alligator's mouth.
Oh.
Let's try it. So if you look inside an alligator's mouth, you will actually see 80 teeth in there. There are 40 teeth on the top and 40 teeth on the bottom. And they can actually break their teeth off, they grow them back, and they cycle through several thousand teeth in their lifetime. Now that does come in handy because of how hard that gator can bite down. A large alligator can close its jaws with an entire ton of force, so then that mouth, 2,000 pounds per square inch power. Y'all do not seem impressed with that number.
Yeah.
Think about that. 2,000 pounds is enough power to easily snap any bone in your weak, fragile human bodies and literally flatten your skull. They're not impressed by this. It's because y'all are on the wrong side of the glass. Even though they can bite down so hard, you can actually hold their jaws shut with just your bare hands, as you can see me doing here. All that power is for closing, very little for actually opening. So remember, if you're ever about to be attacked by an alligator, don't run away, just turn around, grab the jaws, and you'll do great.
Yeah!
Definitely kidding. Run for your life there, guys. But we have all of these alligators in here for a reason, though. We are actually an alligator rescue, and these are all considered to be nuisance alligators that our team rescued. Now, a nuisance alligator is one that showed up in somebody's backyard, got in their swimming pool. He ate Fluffy, something like that. Now, once an alligator does eat somebody's dog, the state is going to send out a trapper to capture and kill the alligator, unless the dog he ate was a Pomeranian. I think it's sort of going to continue the good work. Unfortunately, though, the state of Florida does kill several thousand of our nuisance alligators every year, and that is really sad because it's not the alligator's fault. So once you feed him, 3 things happen. 1, he learns to associate you with the food. 2, you don't have the food. 3, you are the food. And that's why it's against the law to feed them. Now, once an alligator does become a nuisance alligator, by law it has to be either killed or kept in captivity. Therefore, most trappers simply kill and sell the alligators to make money. The only strictly non-kill trappers in the state, and therefore, instead of killing the alligators to make money, we volunteer our time to rescue these alligators for free. So what we're doing here, we do our shows with these nuisance alligators. Instead of him being turned into a handbag, which you appreciate that, right, big guy? That's what I consider an alligator rescue, because every single alligator that you're seeing here would have sadly been destroyed if they were not here with us. Now, alligator wrestling is not like wrestling in a ring. You do not hurt, headlock, or body slam the alligator. It's actually techniques used by the native tribes of Florida. And one of the maneuvers they would use is holding the jaws of the alligator shut between your chin and your chest, allowing your hands to be free to take a rope and then tie the jaws shut, which sounds like a horrible, dangerous idea, so I'm going to demonstrate. That does make a pretty cool looking photo, so I give you guys a thumbs up like this. Or if it does go horribly wrong, get my arm ripped off and I'm bleeding everywhere, I'll give you a thumbs down, okay? Alright, don't worry in that scenario, just switch your camera from photo to video and tag me in your post.
Yeah!
Alright, so that's if I can actually pull that off. Now, on that note of positivity, let's go ahead and do the most dangerous part of the show.
Yeah!
What could possibly go wrong, right? So the last trick I have for you guys is called the face-off. It's called the face-off because if I mess it up, my face comes off.
Yeah!
You need a dark sense of humor, guys.
Yeah!
So what I'm going to do, I'm going to open up the jaws of the alligator. I'm going to set my chin on the edge of the open jaw, balancing the jaws up with just my chin. And if anything touches inside the mouth, boom, jaws slam shut. Immediately, these are reflex, and nothing stops the jaws from closing. So you need to be very careful here. And then one last piece of anatomy I want to point out quick. You guys see this fat roll looking down here? That's not fat, that's the jaw muscle. An alligator can eventually have over 50 pounds of muscle solely dedicated to slamming its jaws shut and then crushing anything that's in between them. So that puts this in perspective a little bit. So let's give this a shot. Right now, most of my show is a lot of bad jokes. I want you guys to laugh, have a good time, learn about alligators. So there's one part of the show that is actually extremely dangerous. So before I do it, I want a little bit of motivation. You guys are enjoying the show, right?
Yeah!
Now, just checking. So nice and careful.
Oh.
after me. There's no revenge, no hard feelings, and life has chosen for him at all. And he is literally going to lay there and take a nap after all the hard work that he did.